Hey folks, this is Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Biking. In this vlog, we're going to talk about winter riding gear. I had a couple subscribers that asked and reached out to me and said, Gene, what do you wear when you go out in the cold? And I thought, you know, that's a pretty good topic. Let me do a vlog on it so I can share with everyone. Before I get into the gear, which is all on the floor, I'll start going through it one after another pretty quick so you can see everything. I want to share a tip with you because I know we have a lot of new riders that are watching these vlogs. And I thought this is a pretty important tip to get into before we even get into the gear. When you go out there for your first night ride, you're going to be sitting in the parking lot and you're going to be freezing. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a bunch of gear on because you want to get warm. Great idea in the parking lot, but after you hit your first hill, all of a sudden you're going to be wishing you didn't have so much gear on. Believe it or not, when you mountain bike in the winter, in the cold, if you're going to be working on a lot of hills in a very technical area, you're going to be working hard. Your heart rate's going to be up, you're going to get hot, you're going to get sweaty. You actually want to wear a little less gear than you think when you go out, or you're going to get really hot and sweaty. So just, try this out a couple times. Maybe take some short winter rides so you can kind of get a feel for what gear you should and shouldn't wear. But depending on the ride you're going to do, if it's going to be like a rails to trails where you're just going to kind of easy going, maybe you can wear a little bit more gear. But if it's going to be a technical ride, you're going to get hot and you're going to want to wear a little less gear than you might think, because you're going to be sweating and your body's just going to generate a lot of heat. So play around with different combinations and do some shorter rides to get used to that. So now let's start getting into the gear. We're going to go from the top down to the toes. The first thing we'll talk about is the helmet and the hats. So I wear my normal mountain biking helmet, all right, because it's really all I have. But I used to have a snowboarding helmet, and I would wear a snowboard helmet. If you're a skier or a snowboarder, those helmets are designed to keep you safe and warm, and a lot of people forget about that. So that could be sitting in your garage or something like that, ready to go, but you took your mountain biking helmet. So if you're a skier or a snowboarder, think about wearing one of those helmets because they're designed to keep you warm and safe. If not, you're going to want to wear your mountain bike helmet, right? I mean, what are you going to do? And you're going to want to wear some hats. So I have, they're both thin layer hats. I do have another one that's a little bit thicker. Sometimes I'll bring two hats with me because you do sweat a lot. The hat's going to get wet. You just kind of take that hat and take the other one out of your bag, put that one on. Because remember, as your hat gets wet, your helmet's going to get wet, and that's just a lot of cold on your head. So hat, helmets, and maybe a couple hats are a good idea. Next up, let's talk about the chest. This is an area where, like I was saying in the beginning, you got to be careful not to wear too much. I've got a couple lighter weight jackets that I'll kind of go back and forth with. This one's a little bit heavier than this one. Okay, I think I got these on sale at like some sporting goods store. But you want to wear a thinner jacket on the outside and then work with some layers on the inside. For the inside, I'll sometimes just wear a long sleeve but lightweight mountain biking shirt, okay? Because it's not that hot. I can throw this on. If it's a little cooler, I'll wear a pair of long underwear underneath that. But notice I'm trying to build up a layering system. Sometimes I won't wear that jacket and I'll wear what I'm talking about, but with a windbreaker. Windbreakers are awesome for the winter because you want to keep that wind from getting through to your core, especially when you're sweating. So I'll wear a windbreaker sometimes. I'll wear this long underwear, and maybe I'll throw on a vest. It's a combination game here, folks. You need to kind of find what's going to work for you. So these are just options that I always kind of work with. Depending on how cold it is, I'll go with these different options. So now let's talk about the lower half, okay? 9 times out of 10, I'll just wear a normal pair of riding shorts and a pair of long underwear, okay? Long underwear, it's pretty amazing if you get a decent pair of long underwear. It's designed to keep that heat in. I know it might seem kind of thin, but this long underwear I got is great. It's, I don't know, heat something or other. I'll put links. But I guess what I'm saying is, you've got these shorts that are pretty decent, pair of long underwear, your legs are moving, you're keeping yourself warm. This might be all I'll actually wear for just my legs. But if it does get colder, I do have a pair of pants that I'm going to show you right now that I wear. Here is a pair of winter riding pants that I've got. I'll put links. What does that say? For you cycling. I think Chris, my buddy, the Dent guy, my buddy I've been riding with lately, you have a pair of these. I really like these a lot. They are a little warmer, so you're going to want to wear this when it's really cold, and I'll just wear these pair of underwear, and that's about it, because long underwear underneath this would just be way too hot. But in the cold weather, I'll wear this, one of those jackets, maybe a long underwear underneath that. That's about it. maybe one shirt underneath the long underwear for a little wicking, maybe, because it's going to get really hot. And if it's even that cold, I'll kind of have to wonder whether I even really want to be riding in that weather, because I don't want to get too hot and sweaty. That's what I wear for my core. Let me show you what I wear for my hands. There's a couple things I want to share with you for what I wear for my fingers over here. I've got an older pair of Cannondale winter riding gloves that are great for not that cold of weather. I mean, I'm going to tell you folks, there's no magic silver bullet that's going to keep all your fingers warm. You have to weigh out warmth and maneuverability. All right. Bottom line is, the more you have on your hands, the harder it is to maneuver the brakes, the stuff on your handlebars. Okay. What am I gonna do? So I wear these. These are lighter weight winter riding gloves. These are some Pearl Azumi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Winter riding gloves. These are warmer than the other ones. What's nice about dedicated mountain biking gloves is they are designed to kind of arch around the handlebars, but you pay for that. Really good winter riding gloves for mountain biking, or for biking in general, are expensive. A lot of people just say the hell with it. They can get a really good pair of warm ski gloves and that's just it. Get a pair of ski gloves and live with that. These are not that expensive, but they're not also super, super warm, but they're not that bad. But this is what I wear on my hands. They do sell these Lobster Gloves. I haven't tried them yet, where they look like mittens slit in half. If anyone has those, let us know how they work. But the Lobster Gloves, they split, so you have at least a little bit of room for fingers to move on the handlebars. Haven't tried them yet, but if you use those Lobster Gloves, let us know in the comments what you think of them. I always keep these little chemical heat pads with me. I keep them for my hands. I can put them in my shoes if my feet get cold. I also keep them in my bag if I need to share them with someone that you know, they're cold and I want to try to help them out. I always keep these things in my bag. They don't take up a lot of room. Big tip, make sure you have some of these heat chemical pads with you, because they can really save you in the real cold. Now, I haven't tried these yet. I just got these from Wolf Tooth, but I think they're called Pogies. I'm probably pronouncing them wrong, and I apologize. These go on the end of your handlebars, okay? And your hands go inside of them. So they keep the wind, the snow off your fingers. Now, here's what I really like about these. With these guys, they may take a pair of decent winter riding gloves and turn them into an awesome pair of riding gloves, because now they're going to keep your hands warmer. So I'll tell you how they go soon. I'll do a full review on them. I can't say they're on my essential list of things to ride with yet, because I haven't really tried them yet. But something to consider, if you guys use Pogies, if I'm even saying it right, let us know in the comments what you think about them, okay? But this is going to be a big addition to my riding gear for winter. We'll give them a shot. Now, I want to cover a couple things that I really like to keep with me that I use more often than you might think. For my feet, I'll wear a pair of wool socks. I love my wool socks. They keep me very warm. And I always wear a pair of waterproof socks. Please, please, always wear a pair of waterproof socks. Number one, your riding shoes, if you're using clipless, have cleats in the bottom, and sometimes air gets in from them, and that's so cold and so bad for you. It's right in the bottom of your foot. Waterproof socks will also help with the cold air. Next, they help with your shoes in general if you're not wearing dedicated winter shoes to keep the air off your feet. Okay, they'll keep the heat inside, and they'll actually build up a warmth inside of there to keep you safe. And here's the biggest reason why I just please get these, because this is where I get nervous. So especially for newer riders, all of a sudden you're riding on the trail, it looks like snow, you go across it, you don't realize that it's actually a puddle that's been frozen over. Your bike slides out, your foot goes through the ice, it was only that deep, but your foot gets wet. That's scary, folks. We're talking about frostbite, we're talking about losing toes. I mean, I don't want to kind of get over dramatic here, but for newer riders, like, this is serious. You can't just walk home with frozen feet. And please, get yourself a pair of waterproof socks. You can use them for all kinds of different seasons. It just make me feel better that I know you're taking care of yourself. Waterproof socks. A couple other things. I know I'm burning through these fast, but I want to get them all in. I'm sorry. I really like these things. These are called sleeves, okay? And they slide on your arms, and they slide off. Okay, they can turn a short sleeve shirt into a long sleeve shirt, and you can put them in your bag for an emergency. Sometimes I'll start out with these, get hot, take them off, take a break, put them back on. I love these things. They're also great for the legs, because what happens with the legs is I can slide them on. Okay, here's my leg. It gets hot, slide them down. Okay, cool off, pull them back on if I need to. I love these sleeves. So these are just another good thing to invest in. Sleeves are great to have. Let me just show you what I wear for my shoes, and we'll take it from there. These are my go-to shoes that I kind of bounce back and forth with. For years I've been using these, I think these are like LL Bean shoes or something. Oh no, these are Bass boots. You can get a good spray and make, most boots waterproof. Believe it or not, I mean, I always wear flats anyway. A decent pair of boots are really all you need, with the wool socks and the waterproof socks on top of those. I've had nothing but great things to say about these Bass boots. They worked very, very well. I'll still use these. 510 had a sale. I think I got these for $25. These are actually parasailing. These are shoes for that, but they've got the good sticky bottoms. Again, they're all leather, and they keep me pretty warm as well. So I don't have a set of actual winter riding mountain bike boots. Maybe one day I'll get them, but what's nice about these is they're universal for multiple things, so you can use them for just walking, okay, or mountain biking. This is what I wear for my shoes. I like them a lot. Remember, I mean, I go flats. This is perfect. So that's what keeps my feet warm. All right, folks, that's all my winter riding gear. Takeaway tips. Number one, please get a set of waterproof socks. I'm begging you. Please just get them. Next, work with layers and take some practice rides, especially if you're new to this winter riding sport. You're going to get hot. You're going to get sweaty. You're not going to realize how hot you get out in the trail. And unless you have a bigger backpack to store all this stuff, you're not going to know what to do with all this gear. So take some practice runs, okay? And the other one is, look, if you're just not sure, just don't go out, okay? I don't want to see you guys get hurt or get sick or anything like that. I love mountain biking. I know you love mountain biking, but it's not worth getting hurt over just to say, you went out in the cold, okay? So just be careful and play it safe. Leave us your comments. Let us know what you wear. Do you wear anything different than I talked about? I probably left out a couple things here and there, but what do you wear when you go out in the winter? And give us some of your tips. Remember, we've got some real experienced riders watching these vlogs, and it's just amazing how you always share your comments with everyone, experienced riders where I'm learning from you, new riders where we're all learning together. So just keep the community going. I love it. You guys rock. Keep the party on the pedals. Please be safe this winter. Let us know how you're doing. And that's all I got for you in this vlog. All the best. Take it easy, my friends.